I had no idea she did a full frontal. I just saw it. Those were big. Those were big. I tell you. How to rip paper. All right, we're doing a wiki how today, people. We're gonna do how to rip paper, in case you need to know. So, step 1, you gotta gather up all the papers you've decided you don't need and make piles of up to 3 sheets per each paper if you want to rip one by one if you are bored. You can do that. You can do that if you're bored. You can rip them one by one if you're bored, but not. You can rip them 3 pieces of paper at a time, you know? Step 2, put 2 hands directly in the middle of the sheets with both thumbs on the side facing your fingers on the outside. So you gotta hold it. Well, you can't see me because there's no camera, but I'm holding a piece of paper like I would be. Holding it as I'm trying to tell you how to do it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Step 3, apply pressure to the sheets.
By squeezing them with your index finger and thumb, right? Mason?
So you can't see me doing it right now, but
let me use this piece of paper right here.
So you gotta be applying pressure to the sheets by squeezing them with your index finger and thumb. That's the sound of Riley demonstrating a step we haven't gotten to yet. So you won't understand it, will ya? No. Riley's stupid. Step 4. Pull one hand towards you and the other away until the paper rips. Like Riley will now demonstrate like he's supposed to. There we go. There we go. Step 5. Continue ripping each part. What? Continue ripping apart each ripped section until desired size is reached. So, if you want big bits, if you want small bits, maybe you just wanted to rip it in half. And then step 6 is recycle all of the papers. If they are important papers, then throw them away in a safe trash can. But remember to recycle, because the earth needs help, people, and we need to get people on that, alright?
Now, there's some tips we have. Do not try to rip or break by bending a credit card. Always safely shred or cut into vaginal sections.
Vaginal section? Are we going there? Are we going to have to do this? Are we going to have the talk right now?
And throw away in a secure place.
Another tip is get a paper shredder for quicker and easier disposal of papers. If you're having difficulty ripping a pile of papers, divide them into even smaller piles and try again, you dumbasses. This is a guide on how to rip paper. What are you doing with your life? If possible, when disposing of a credit card, use a magnet on the card to erase/damage its memorized data. This way, if some strangers manage to put it in one piece, it won't be much use for them.
This actually happened to my cousin Ben.
I never met Ben. How come I haven't met Ben?
Ben lost his credit card.
Again, why have I never met Ben? Why we haven't had this discussion either? We're learning things about shredding paper and about ourselves this video.
And Ben. Alright.
If there are important papers like credit card reports or checks, then you may want to rip them up in even smaller sections. A good size would be less than 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. So we're talking about something pretty small, and you can't see it, but I'm holding up to the microphone something that is about 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch.
Can you feel that?
Yeah, he's rubbing it up against it. You should be able to touch your screen or your speakers and feel the way he's rubbing that up against there. Believe us, it works. We know. We're scientific.
For additional security, throw away a part of the document or credit card 1 week. And for the other part the next week.
Alright, it gets dirty now, so we have to stop saying that. Alright, that's... Oh, God, no, you don't do that with paper. Jesus. Wait a minute, we gotta read the warnings. See, there are some like dangers to ripping paper. So, warning: if you are ripping paper because you are bored, make sure it is rubbish paper. Like, make sure it's not important, so you're not tearing your life away. Another warning is: do not tear up old bills, medical information, or papers that have your credit card numbers or personal information on them. Always shred or safely dispose of those, because if someone gets a hold of your old medical information, they're going to be like, hey, I'm this guy, I have all of his medical information and all of his old bills, because they weren't shredded
like
enough.
Ben.
Just like his cousin Ben, who I have not met yet.
Ben doesn't like you.
We haven't had this conversation either. I thought we knew each other. Another warning is do not rip legal documents. Shred them instead for ensured safety of the document.
Nothing's gonna rip because it's a shredder.
Because it's gonna shred because it's in a shredder. This has been your personal guide on how to rip paper. All right. Now we hope you fucking retards who had to watch this to figure out how to rip goddamn paper.
And I told you once already.
We hope that you're successful in your endeavors.